Hello, and a warm welcome to this week's edition of Nightshift, live from Corfu, where today we're live streaming from the beautiful southwest town, or village I should say, coast of Halicunas. Always beautiful to be here, and hopefully you're enjoying the sunset. And in today's programme, as always, we're attempting to answer our viewers' and listeners' questions, showing you an intriguing bird's-eye view of somewhere amazing, and telling you about a few upcoming events. And as always, I'm lucky enough to be joined in the art bubble today by Thomas Haas. Hello, Thomas. How are you?
Hello, Adrian. Nice to see you. Hello, everybody. Nice to see you. You're locked on again watching Nightshift here on the 31st of August.
Yes, it's gone so quickly, hasn't it? The summer is, it's still here very much for the next few weeks, thank heavens. But it does seem to have gone apace just since June, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, it's quite crazy. But, time just goes, and the more you enjoy time, too quicker it goes.
Absolutely.
So what can you say to that one? And we're enjoying our time here on this beautiful island of Corfu. And everybody who just logged on, we hope you enjoy it as much as we do.
We certainly have indeed. Every day it's a joy to be here on this wonderful island, holiday island as we say, but actually it's lovely to be here at all times. Beautiful weather, beautiful people, beautiful scenery, fantastic food.
Yes, and we are just above Halicunas beach on the hill, having a fantastic view over this beautiful island. And here you can see the sunset over the olive fields. But
Yes.
we have another view on the side, aren't we?
Absolutely. Surrounded by good views here, as you can see. Look at
And
that.
that's Halicunas beach. That's Lake Kirasion and the beach just
Beyond, yes, you
or
can
beyond,
see
yeah.
you can see the sun umbrellas, but there's a lovely view of the lake, close up actually, isn't it? Really splendid, beautiful lake.
But a little bit misty today, so I don't
Yes,
know what's
bit
going
hazy,
on.
bit hazy, ladies and gentlemen. We don't know why, but occasionally we get days like this here in fabulous Halicunas.
Yes, we do. And I say thank you to everybody who just logged on, is watching us. I'm trying, as always, to get hold of your messages while we live, so we can say hello to you. And be part of our fantastic show here, and we enjoying every minute. But as I said, 31st of August, what a fantastic summer. We here tonight do answer questions for you and let you know the latest
Yes,
happenings
absolutely.
on the island.
Well, we try our best. We pass on as much information as we get in on to you good folks. And thank you for joining us on another episode of Night Shift.
Yes, and brings me on. I'm in a fantastic sunset. That is this. We're looking now. This is the direction of the Geoscore. Is where we are.
It is
isn't
indeed, yes, yes.
So we have this straight on body thing. On our left is the fantastic beach, and on the right we can look over to the west coast.
Yes, there we go.
Here we go. So we really on a little hill, but the view everywhere you turn, the views are just great. It's mad.
Absolutely. There's nowhere that isn't beautiful if you care to look. Just on a little 180-degree turn, you'll see something absolutely beautiful and amazing here. I'm sure of that.
Yeah, and if it's a little bit slow going today, so when we tired, we visited a couple of festivals. We really indulged into the cultural happenings on this island, and then we was on to the fish fest.
We did fish
festival
last
of
weekend.
Bentati from the
Yes.
Holy
We were
Mary.
very busy last weekend, weren't we, Thomas? Yes, it was
Yeah,
fantastic
completely.
to be right there in the heart of the village communities when everybody came together and put on their Sunday best and danced the night away. And do you know what, Thomas? It's still in my head now since Friday when we did beautiful Pentati, the celebration of the Virgin Mary there in that lovely square or piazza in front of the old school building as the
And the
sun
view.
went down, and the view was just absolutely amazing. But what sticks in my head, Thomas, apart from the good music and the joviality of it all, was that gentleman, slightly advanced in years, who had glasses, dark trousers, and he was such a good dancer. Mind you, we had a friend of equal age who's also good, but that really impressed me, were the elder gentlemen, shall we say, dancing really incredibly enthusiastically. Amazing that was. And then we had Pentriti the next day, which is a beautiful fishing coast on the opposite fishing village on the opposite coast on the southeast side. Absolutely lovely with their fish festival, or fish feast as they like to call it. And that was very well attended. Lots of sardines, a few anchovies, and lots of Slouvaki.
Yeah, but it was a fantastic thing. Man, I have to say thank you first to Ben Tati, to the village president Spiros Merianos, and the
Absolutely.
Cultural Association
Yes.
of Ben Tati, who done very well with the event. What a great event. Lot of people there. Music was very interesting and good at
It
the same
was.
time, you know, so
It certainly got them up to dance. I think the children actually started the dancing off. There was a bit of a lull, and then the adults got up and it danced the night away. It was very well attended. There were loads of people, which you probably couldn't have seen, standing in the road 3 or 4 layers back. So, and I think the hospitality shown by the Cultural Committee and the Mayor of
oh, it was
Pentati
great.
was
It was fantastic.
fantastic. It really was. We were very welcome and had a fantastic evening. And hopefully, we at SK, all of us here, brought you, lovely people out there, the best that Pentati had to offer on a festival such as that.
Yeah, definitely. And also thank you for Petriti. What a fantastic treat for us to be there at the Fish Festival. Or, yeah, it's for the Fish Festival.
It was the
Fest.
Fish Feast, as they called it, 2019. And there again, thank you very much, Vasily, the president of the Cultural Committee, which was the, what was it now? It was the Athletic
For the
Fishing,
Fishing, Athletic and Cultural Society
Associate
of Petriti.
That's right,
Yeah.
yes. Marvellous. And thank you also to the gentlemen in Mythos Taverna as well. They helped out a lot. And it was a great evening there of dance and music. I was quite impressed by the gentleman who was banging the drum dressed in blue. He was quite good.
Yes, it's very interesting. Those were
Yes.
great. The music, the band. I mean, the bouzouki player were great.
Oh, the band was fantastic. The music was great. And I don't know whether you remember, Thomas, but before everybody was dancing, very early on in the broadcast that we were bringing you live, there was some fantastic music, gentle music playing in the background, which I thought was quintessentially evocative of Greece. I mean, you
Yeah,
don't.
definitely.
Zorba is, of course, but you don't want to be listening to Zorba morning, noon, and night. And the music that they were playing, I really don't know what it was, but it was just so beautiful and so just right for Patrici, Corfu, Greece.
Yes, definitely. And that reminds me, we forgot to say sorry to everybody out there that we not been here yesterday evening. Small things happened and we had to change. We were forced to change location, and then we just didn't had not enough time to set up again. So we couldn't manage it. The distance was too far. It was too much
Yes,
to set
sadly
up in
these
the
things
end.
happen.
But hey, these things happen. But this is so when you're on a road trip. That what happens. You
Absolutely,
can't
yes.
foresee these things, can you?
No, we try our best, but you never know. Gremlins get in and unforeseen circumstances suddenly appear.
Yeah, that can happen. So, man, we see it happens to us. But this is nothing negative. This is the things. When you're on a road trip, it's being on an adventure. An adventure you can't plan 100% everything
No.
what's going to happen. Come on.
Absolutely not. No, be prepared for everything. That's the best advice, really, isn't it?
Definitely.
But most especially, make sure you have a jolly good time. Be happy.
Yes, that's cool. And we say hello to Paul. Hi, Paul. Yeah,
Hi,
Paul
Paul.
said hi, Claire. So I said
Hi,
to the
Claire.
boss, he knows. See,
Ah,
boss.
well,
But-
hello both.
Thanks, guys, for tuning in. But as always, we got fantastic questions for you. People who write in and people who want to know a few things. I mean, there's a couple of funny questions on there today. What people ask.
Oh, we
But
like
just
funny.
Say, hey, come on. The first thing on there, and there I'm going on to
Okay.
to the wrong page.
Well,
to
that
this
always
page
helps.
now.
That's handy.
Yes, I have to find that. But that was all about, are there any more festivals in September?
Oh,
And
yes,
they are.
There are quite a few. They go on. Actually, I have a list somewhere lurking here. Just let me.
Yeah,
hold
I
give me
got
a
one.
minute.
I had it open and then I was dumb and
Well,
I closed it.
We had
But
one on the 1st of September, which is a Varcarola at Kalami. And then on the 7th of September, we have one that we're going to actually tell you about in a minute, which is the wine festival.
The wine festival in
of Arillas.
Arillas,
Yes.
yeah.
But
then
we
on
go
is
on.
on the 8th of September is then Afra
That's right, yes. Oh, but that's also at Synarides and
And
Agios
Lefkimi.
Markos. Yes.
and Potamos.
Potamos. They're festival and feast days.
Yes, and they are all on the same day. This is the 8th of September. This is Afra, Sinarades, Lefkimi, Potamos, and Maratias. So
Marafia, I think that is.
yeah, and
maybe.
Agios Marcos.
Yes, and on the 14th, there's a big feast of the Holy Cross in the monastery of St. Ioannis at Sidari.
Yes, and at the same time on the 14th of
Ah.
September,
Yes,
we
that's a
got
good
the
one.
Benitez Sardine Festival.
That's handy. I'm looking forward to that one, Thomas.
And then it's great. Then goes on to the 15th of September, the Cavadades. There's the Village Festival. And then 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th and 29th of September is the... is the yearly and great fantastic beer festival in
Oh,
Arelas.
of course, the big one. Yes, sorry, Thomas, I was looking at my sheet and it wasn't on there. No, yes, but I was going
I
to
got
draw
them.
your attention to the one on the 15th, which is at Cavadades Wine
Yeah.
Festival. Reason is they are promoting here a spit lamb. Well, most have that, but also a spit pork. That's unusual on the
Oh,
billings
that's
here.
unusual, but
Yes.
for sure delicious.
Oh, I'm
So
sure,
when is that
yes,
one? That's
absolutely.
the 15th of September.
It is
Cavadade.
indeed,
You have
yes.
to put that in. This is wine festival with spit roast pork and lamb.
Yes, that sounds interesting as well.
Sounds
And they go on.
very interesting.
Yes, absolutely. There's one on the 24th at Mertidiosa, and then there's another one on the 26th as well at several places, which is a festival of St. John and James the Theologian. On the 21st, there's festivals at
Yeah.
Cassiope, Moratica Wine Festival as well there. And then
So
on the
best thing
25th
is we gonna throw a list together.
Yes,
and
I think so.
This list we're
We've
gonna
kind of
throw onto our
done that.
website, what is now just being reworked and very very soon available. And there are gonna be all the events on from September, where you can find them, or where they are at least. You
Yeah.
can find them yourself.
I think you can get the gist that actually there's festivals on pretty much somewhere going on every week here on this island for the next 3 weeks. I can pretty be sure of that. And actually on some days, as you've heard, they're clubbed together. So you won't be missing out too much on these wonderful festivals, Barcarolas, Panieris. They all come by different names, slightly different. But they're all great by bringing the community together, and you can see Greek life, village life, right there, right now, as it is. And that's great, isn't it? They love celebrations. They always let their hair down here, don't they?
Yeah, and I'm loving the celebrations here. I think they are great. I mean, come on.
Oh, yes, yes. No, they're very good. And, of course, they do work hard, many people here, all out throughout the summer and, indeed, winter and agricultural economy. So why not? Let your hair down and bring the community together. Friends and family, very important to not just people here on this wonderful island of Corfu, but around the world. So I'm sure you can relate to that.
Yeah, definitely. And here's the next one. And I hope this answers all your questions. If there's still festivals on in September, the answer is
There's a few.
truly yes.
Yes, we've had a unanimous yes on that one.
I think there he got more information than he was bargaining for.
Well, we like to
Information.
oblige, you know,
Okay,
where
cool.
we can.
So goes on into the next one. I mean, it's so brilliant. Thank you all everybody out there for taking part in our interactive show about this beautiful holiday island of Corfu. So remember, if you have any questions about this beautiful island, don't hesitate, write into us, inbox at StudioKerkyra.com, or message us live now, or send us a quick message after the show.
Yes,
We do our
we love it.
best to answer.
We do. The key thing is we love to hear from you. Whatever it may be about, we just love hearing from you. So please don't hold back. Don't spare the horses.
No, don't. I mean, and now the heat is nicely coming down. It's great. I'm loving it.
Yes, it's a great time of day. It's my favourite, you know, Thomas. It's not just about the heat, but it's about the quality of the light, the hues around you in the sky. It's just, golden light at sunset.
It's
here.
beautiful. The sun is down, so they're gonna just set in the next 10 minutes into the sea. So if you're lucky enough being somewhere on the beach on the west coast, you can see now a fantastic sunset here on Corfu. But as you said, it's the colors, and when the colors come in and the clouds, it's just fantastic. And we are so lucky being in the middle of an olive field, really.
Yes, there's loads of olive trees here. We're not absolutely sure how many there are on this island, but various estimates seem to go between 4 and 6 million trees. Can you believe it? Well, actually, when you're standing here, you can believe it, because everywhere you look,
Definitely,
there's
yeah.
olive trees.
Everywhere look is olive trees. So brings me on to the next question. The next question is related to olives. And
That's handy.
already a little bit early, but the question is justified and is, when is the olive harvest starting?
Oh, well, it's a
ooh.
fluid answer, that one. It's a very
Yeah.
fluid answer to a quite straightforward question. There isn't
flow away.
there isn't a single answer to that one, because it does depend on precipitation, if there's been a very wet summer or a very dry summer. That's one factor. Also, another factor to bear in mind is that the average olive trees bear fruit most abundantly once in 2 years rather than every year. And to answer the question, really, it's to say that the olive harvest could start, if you were lucky, any time in September, but it can go on through October, November, December. And dare I say, Thomas, I seem to remember one year here, not so long ago, when they were harvesting in January. It certainly can happen in November and December, and you can see the olive mill presses being very busy with people lining up with their harvest in the back of their trucks or cars to get weighed out and bagged and everything else ready for to make the extra special virgin olive oil, which is so good from this island of Corfu.
Yes, you're completely right. So I agree there, and I can't wait for the olive harvest, because there we can then go really into it, and we show you a little bit about the behind the scenes of the olive harvest. We're gonna want to show you more, go close and personal with the olive.
Yes, up close and personal with Olive. She's a lovely lady, you know. I'm sure she won't mind. But anyway, no, we want to do that. And actually, that reminds me, Thomas, when we started this Nightshift Odyssey, as it is, I remember a lady from Kent who contacted you. She hadn't been to the island for quite a long period of time, something like 13 or 15 years maybe, and she wanted to know about the olive harvest. And she said at the time, didn't she, that she'd love to be able to see the olive harvest courtesy of us.
Yes.
Do you remember?
Yeah,
that was a long time ago. I know.
Yes. I know. We've been
So,
on air for quite a
yes,
while when
well,
you
we
think we
have,
started
yeah.
Nightshift.
So
February, no?
to honour that nice lady from Kent and all her friends, because she had a big party of friends, I do believe, we will do something about the olive harvest and bring it to you. Hopefully, actually, as a live stream as well, because we know some jolly good people in various olive establishments, shall we say, who I'm quite sure will facilitate such an adventure.
Oh yes,
Called
we
olive.
have. We bring you definitely. We want to show you this autumn and winter more about the Corfu. So we started our trip February this year. We done over 50 live shows until now. So it's a thing.
It's great.
We're gonna take a break, a small break. We're gonna take
Yes,
we got 2-week breaks. Don't worry, guys. But for the olive harvest, we're gonna be back here, and I think this gonna go. At around October, November.
That's the most likely time. Yes,
Yeah.
it is, yes.
So I
Going
hope
on
this
past
answered your
years.
question.
Great, let's hope so.
Yeah, and let me say a quick hello to Roland. Hi, Roland. Thanks
Hi,
for
Roland.
watching. Hi,
Roland.
Timmy. Hi, thanks for watching.
Hi,
Paul
Timmy.
is watching. Thanks, guys, for watching, for
Yeah,
joining
great.
in. If you have any questions, don't hesitate. Ask us. Brings me on next one. And that's a good one, because... yeah, you look at me. But
Well, I do,
it
because I
was
think what's coming next, I don't know.
I had this question before, then we ran out of time, and I wanted to put that
Okay.
in again, and then I forgot to put it in, so
Fair
I
enough.
apologize for that. But there were questions coming on holiday. Is there any laundry services or
Oh,
something
yeah.
like that available?
That's a
Yes,
very
it
good
is.
question. And the quick answer is yes, there are many, actually, up and down the island. Not only just a full laundry service places, but also dry cleaning. With the laundry, you can. It's not really like a laundrette that you may be putting a coin slot machine. They don't do that. It's like a service wash. You get many different choices of things. I know of at least 2. You know of a new one that's eco-friendly one, Thomas,
Yes,
don't you?
and this opened in Mesongi. It's close to Mesongi River, and that's Eco Laundrette. So
Right.
they guys are telling you they're looking after the environment at the same time. So they're using detergents and all this stuff what don't hurt the environment. And
That's
they're doing
great.
it very well. They have a lot of good feedback. So if you're on this side of the island, East Coast, there is a Eco Laundrette in Mesongi, not far from the Mesongi River.
No, and there's definitely a few dotted about in Corfu town, and I can
Yep.
tell you,
You know a few,
I
yeah?
know 2 others. I know one at just outside of Barbati, north of Barbati, going towards Gliffa. Fantastic laundry service, staffed by a load of lovely ladies. They work incredibly hard and hot conditions, I can tell you, and they'll do your ironing if you want them to and anything else. It takes normally about 1 to 2, well, no, I should say 2 to 3 days turnaround, really. Maybe in the height of the summer, a little bit more than that. The average price, in case you're wondering, I can't really remember now, but it's not excessive.
No, it's not excessive.
I think
Roland.
10
If you want a
euros
little
would
break
10
of,
euros would go quite
You're
to an
washing
average
in
weight.
holiday, why not?
Yes, and another good laundrette service is at Zavros Crossroads, just next to the BP garage there. That gives you a very good service wash, and again, I think they do the ironing, and I think they specialise in suits and things like that. They may even be a dry cleaners, but there is certainly a lot of dry cleaning businesses around the island, as well as laundry service companies that will do your laundry for you.
So, We got that one covered. I hope you're happy with this answer. But when you go on to the local groups here on Facebook, the Grapevine, or I Love Corfu, or Corfu Villages, and so on, just search Corfu on Facebook and you're going to see a lot of groups popping up. Corfu Down, Corfu North, Corfu South, and so on. If you go in there and you ask, you're going to get your question answered so quick.
Absolutely, yes. And of course, many small hotels offer full laundry services, and most self-catering apartments would probably have a washing machine installed in the kitchen anyway, for you to be able to do it yourself, as it were. But don't worry about washing your dirty clothes. It wouldn't be a problem here in Corfu.
No, definitely not. So, brings me on to the next thing, from washing on to insect bites.
Ooh, nasty.
So, we got it again. What is the best repellent for mosquitoes and other bugs? And how can I see what bite is what animal? Because somebody wrote in a while ago, she got a bite, but her bite looks completely different to the husband one, and that's confusing. So what is a mosquito, what is a bee, and so on. And Lorraine Smith from Portsmouth sent us a fantastic graphic. Let me hold it up.
Oh, yes, good one, Thomas. Hello, Lorraine.
Here we go.
That's a good graphic. I'm not so sure about the choice of photographs, but anyway, poor people.
So, no, and that's on... we keep this up, maybe we even throw this on then to Facebook later. It's been on Facebook. I got it from Facebook, so I show you this here, and we can share this then later on StudioKerkyra. Then you can have a little bit of a look. And here you can see this is the different bites you can suffer. The second from the left, you can see that's a mosquito bite. If you have a little bump on there, and this is very, very itchy, it's a mosquito bite. Then there's other bites on there. Spider bite is probably important for you to see what that looks like, but don't be alerted on that. The tick we know there is straight in the middle is the tick, so that's a red, then a little bit of a white ring around, and the red one again, and then the bed bug and the bee. But most likely you recognize when a bee stings you, because you
I should think
can see that first.
The bee sting is pretty similar to a wasp or hornet sting, maybe. I noticed that the tick sting is very pronounced, isn't it? Very clearly visible as a circle within a circle. Advice that we're often given about ticks is that it's long grass and stuff like that. If you are wearing socks, put your trousers in your socks. Try to not let the tick get to your flesh of your feet if you're walking through
but
long grass.
I had tick problems here on the island with the dogs. I found on them, on the cats, I found a couple of ticks on them. But personally, I haven't had one.
No.
What I can remember. But mosquito, we all have mosquito bites. It's summer.
I'm afraid,
this is part of the summer. It's part of the fun. Come on, it's part of island life, and you have a couple of mosquito
fun
bites.
might be stretching it a little bit, but I take your point, Thomas, yes. Let's talk about something positive and good on the subject of bite stings. If someone wants me to recommend anything, I can, actually. There are lots of products on sale, both here in Corfu and your point of leaving the country to come here. But the one that I would recommend is a brand called Artisan. It's in a yellow packet tube, and that does cover most stings such as mosquitoes and probably spiders and bees and wasps, definitely. For me personally, the roll-on stick things aren't that good, I don't think. But you pays your money, takes your choice. It's different. Horses for courses. Each person has a different metabolism, and it all works different for you. But Artisan is a very good all-round cream to soothe those nasty bites.
Great, so we got this with the insects done. Well, it's a fair question, we're given a fair answer, and I think, there is nothing 100% against mosquitoes or any other insect repellent. You can't do that.
I'm afraid not.
But hey, you never know. Maybe one day.
Maybe there might be. But anyway, don't let these little things put you off this wonderful holiday island of Corfu, because quite frankly, they're no worse here than anywhere else. In fact, I've been to places where they're far, far worse. I can assure you of that.
Okay, and brings me on from insects to birds. That's our next question.
Fantastic. A lot of birds here, beautiful, all shapes and sizes. We're very lucky indeed.
And the question here is regarding the flamingos. They were asking, when are the flamingos back? And to be honest, we can't say that straight when the flamingos are back. Sometimes they come middle of September, or they start beginning of October. It's strange.
It is. There's no logical reason to when they're here. They don't seem to keep regular appointments like the swallows might do and the house martins every year. Flamingos, very much their own bird, as it were. Maybe it relies on lots of other factors that we are not aware of here on this island, and their long travels and other areas where they migrate to and from. May also have a bearing on how much the plentiful supply of shrimp in the lake is as well. They might seem to have a
it
sense.
depends. So it is. We can't say that,
no,
but
we
can
can't.
say one thing.
What's that, Thomas?
And that's it. When they hear, we gonna let you know for sure, because we are not far away.
Absolutely not. We're on Flamingo Watch. I think we've mentioned this before. Every day of the week we keep an eye out for these wonderful flamingos. But they don't seem, I'm afraid, to keep a regular pattern of arrival or indeed departure. But we have noticed that when they do arrive, it's like a first scouting party arrives, and then get few days later get joined by their friends, and then before the end of the week you've got quite a large collection of flamingos, and they can hang around for about 2 to 3 weeks, we have noticed in the past. But as Thomas says, we will absolutely make sure that you're first with the flamingo news from here on Corfu.
Yeah, that's why we got our van art bubble. We're gonna set up and bring you a flamingo special.
Yes, absolutely. That's the bird, not the dance, by the way. We're not going to be doing anything flamingo dancing.
I don't know, maybe we do both.
No, steady. Well, maybe we could do the flamingo dance to celebrate the arrival of the flamingos. Yeah, that makes sense, maybe. I don't know. But certainly we will share the flamingo pictures with you, our lovely audience.
Yes, I got another question in regarding the fires down in the south and the left Kimmy. That's all done and dusted. They dealt with that. They got this under control. There is no reason for concern.
No, that's good.
And that happens all over Greece. So, but the fire brigade here, we say it again and again. They guys are excellent. They are real professionals.
They certainly are, and they've got some jolly good equipment to deal with these nasty fires as well. Yes, it was the other day I was talking to someone in a cafe, and they were saying there was an endless stream of fire engines going past, but as Thomas just said, they're fantastic. They put the fire out in no time at all, so we all breathed a big sigh of relief.
Yes, they are very good, and thank you guys for looking so well after us.
Yes.
So, that's so far so good with our questions. The next question gonna make you giggle.
Oh dear, I wonder what that might be.
That was the best question on there. I said, are you guys broadcasting after Brexit?
Well, that's a good question.
I mean,
why not?
Somebody had to throw that in.
We can give a unanimous answer on that one. Yes. Of course we are. We're going to broadcast right through Brexit and beyond. That's us here at SK.
Yeah, and back to now we definitely broadcasting. Brexit has absolutely nothing to do with us. No, they can X and X whatever they want.
I don't
really.
I don't know. But no, of course we're going to be broadcasting. We will have a little break, as Thomas said, but we will have a new season of Nightshift coming soon.
Definitely, and they're out and about. Roadshow gonna carry on through autumn and winter, because the celebrations are great here, and we want to prove to you that this holiday island is also a great place for the winter.
Oh, it is all year round.
Winter holiday.
Absolutely, yes. I know that every year a load of Canadians come and winter here in Agis Gorgeous, would you believe? And I'm sure loads more do as well. But the island's keen to promote winter tourism, and I think the airport is gradually, slowly, or cigar, as they say here, building up to be able to handle a substantial range of flights year round, yes. One point, Thomas,
one thing you're eager to say is about the
I got this
driving
in my
license,
hand, which is an international driving permit. We talked about it on Nightshift a few months ago. The reason I'm holding it in my hand now, again, is because we were reminded by a lovely gentleman called Keith from the Linear Cafe, and that reminds me to say very good evening to George and Harry in a fabulous Linear Cafe near Isis Beach on the way down. But Keith was reminding us, Thomas, about Brexit deadline, 31st of October, and driving ability of UK citizens, for instance, in Greece. He was recommending a Greek driving licence. But as there is still great uncertainty, now it's more to do with the date of Brexit, I think, currently at the moment, but it changes on a daily basis, as I'm sure our good viewers know more than we do, probably. But a good standby, in case you're wondering, worrying about being able to drive throughout the year here on Corfu, try and get an international driving permit. You can get one of those from main post offices in the UK. It's quite a straightforward procedure, but make sure you have your driving licence, some other ID, proof of ID like bank statements and maybe council tax or other things with your address on, and 3 or 4 photographs as well. It's a small fee, £5 or £6. It's not too bad. Passport's a good one as well. If you go with all your information, documents, you don't actually have to make an appointment. They actually like you to fill out the form right there and then with all your documentation. Simple process, takes about 5 to 10 minutes, and that way, by having an international driving permit, you would be covered for driving throughout the whole continent of Europe.
So, great. Question answered. Brexit comes or not comes. We're going to see that one. Well, maybe we do something special about that so we can talk a little bit further.
Yes,
so you never know.
You never know.
Going back to the mosquito bites.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Is saying, if I don't come home without any bites, it's been a bad holiday.
What a wonderful, positive way of looking at it. Great answer, Paul. Nice one.
That's great. And Lorraine Smith is saying hello from Portsmouth.
Hello, Lorraine.
That's
Thank you.
We got this graphic about the
thank
bites.
you. Great graphic. Shame about the subject matter. But thank you at this point, while I'm reminded to say, Lorraine, thank you very much for writing in, sending in communications for every single programme. You're one of our most ardent viewers, and we love you for it.
That's nicely said.
I mean
yes,
it.
great.
I mean it.
Cool. I mean, that's all our question. But I got
really?
one small thing. I throw this on because I found from Captain Antonio a little bit of a video, and that shows you the approach.
Ah, that's the special film that I was telling you about, Bird's Eye View. This is fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely wonderful.
And here we go. That's the view of a captain landing here on the beautiful holiday island of Corfu. Well, you can't go any better, can you?
No, it's incredible bit of footage, actually, and I'm sure it's a bit of film that everyone sitting behind the captain would love to see. Well, most, maybe, not everybody. But I must remind everybody that actually Corfu Airport is one of the toughest airports to land and take off from anywhere in the world. Not just any pilot can land here. Oh, no, sirree. It takes a lot of practice and skill, which probably explains why Greek airlines can seem to get here or fly in and out even in bad weather, as opposed to other airlines, because most of the Aegean airline crew are in fact Greek. So perhaps they've had more practice. But Corfu Airport does present quite an exacting, but no doubt exhilarating challenge for any pilot coming in to land.
Yeah, it definitely does. We spoke with somebody who her boyfriend is a pilot of Austrian airline. Remember that one?
I was going to remind you about that. We met the
Yes.
most charming of Austrian ladies. I thought she was a princess, ladies and gentlemen, I have to say. But she was telling us that her boyfriend was a pilot of an Airbus 320. Actually, the only planes that can come in at the moment here are Airbus 320s, 319s and 321s, and with Boeing, it's Boeing 737s. They're the ones that can land here. We certainly wouldn't be able to get the 747s in, or indeed the 380s. We'd have a big problem with a 380, but anyway, yes, this Austrian princess, Thomas, that reminds me, I committed a terrible faux pas, you know, ladies and gentlemen, because I only found out the other day that it's an impolite thing for a foreigner to kiss the hand of an Austrian citizen, and I'm afraid I made that mistake. I kissed the hand of this lady because I was so enraptured. She was such a lovely person, and, you know, being a bit of a, pardon me, out-of-work actor, well, you know how it is, I got carried away with myself, so yes, I do apologise. I did not mean. I didn't mean to offend any Austrians in the audience, so please forgive me. I love you all. That's my apology over with.
You think you got away with that one? No, man.
I don't know.
But just to go in there, Sarah was writing it, Sarah HG. Shout out to Lindsay Hollingdale for canoeing around the beautiful island of Corfu.
Wow.
For at Kayak for Cancer.
Oh,
Today was the
great,
last day,
challenge.
over 200 kilometers. So well done, Lindsay.
Yes,
Fantastic doing that for
fantastic,
charity.
Lindsay.
So that's again at Kayak for Cancer. If you look on, guys, have a look there and support Lindsay. She done a fantastic, great job. Canoeing around the beautiful island of Corfu. That's over 200 kilometers. That's not a small task.
No, that's no mean feat. Incredible. But I bet she saw some fantastic views as she was doing it. All those lovely little coves.
Oh, must be brilliant,
Yes.
and for doing it for such a fantastic reason. It's
Yes,
brilliant.
a
So
noble
well
cause.
done to you. And this is people what motivate you.
Yes.
So persons who don't talk, they act, they do, and that's motivation for everyone around. So if
Absolutely.
you feel really low one day, just log on Facebook, look at those, or look at some of these fantastic stories. What's on there? It's not just negative stuff on there. It's also a lot of positive things
Oh, of
happening,
course, yes.
and you can look through them, and that can cheer you up. And maybe it's just something on there what gives you this push. Little bit boost of energy. You say, you know what, she can do it, I can do it, and this is how great things start happening.
Absolutely. Sterling effort there. Fantastic. Well done.
So again, brilliant, well done to Lindsay Hollingdale for canoeing around this beautiful island of Corfu.
Brilliant.
Wow,
Absolutely,
huh?
yes. I don't think I could do that, I'd have trouble getting down to Songi to Maratka, I think. And that's not far, folks, I can tell you.
You're going to have problems canoeing the Lefkimi River.
Yes, probably. I have problems everywhere, you probably know already. But there you go, I'd have a big problem kayaking, yes. Although I have been in a kayak once, I have to say, a long time ago. It was quite exhilarating. I wasn't in control of the oars, you'll be pleased to know. But I did make it safely from bank to bank, and that was quite exciting. Have you been kayaking, Thomas?
Yeah, I tried kayaking. It's fantastic. It's
Ah.
great. I enjoyed it. It's relaxing. It's as
Relaxing,
you can
really?
see from a different point of view.
Okay, yes. I suppose on a river it must be very relaxing, but sea,
A
you've
river
got a
on the
little
sea.
bit-
On the sea, it's a couple of waves here, so it
Yeah.
makes it more interesting, and it takes a little bit more energy.
Yeah,
But
right.
in the end of the day, when you look back onto this beautiful island, come on, it's well worth it.
Oh, absolutely. There's something beautiful to see every, I don't know, foot of coastland. There we are. I won't get smaller than that.
So, and there is so many things happening on the island. Guys, it's brilliant. You can see I'm really, really sweating. You are sweating at the same time. It's crazy, man. But that's holiday. That's why we love this island. It's brilliant.
do.
And to everybody who just arrived on the island for your holidays, they're gonna be great. Just relax, let your hair down, and do as the locals do, and you're gonna have a fantastic holiday.
Absolutely. Welcome aboard everything that is beautiful Corfu, because it really is a beautiful island, and actually some of the beauty you can't actually see. You can only experience, and you only do that if you actually come here. So come along over.
Oh, definitely. Okay, and sadly enough, this is all we have time
Oh.
for today. Oh, yeah, I know the time is going so fast.
I hate that bit,
I know it's not nice,
No.
but so many people taking part, writing in. Thanks, guys, for writing in. Thanks for logging on and spreading the word. So please let your friends know about us. Share us, like us, and for me, until next time, Kali Nichter.
Yes, thank you very much for sharing your time with us, and enjoy the rest of the weekend wherever you are, and Kala Nikta.